not gonna watch the official trailer until the end because this is mostly just gonna be looking over the Betrayal expansion descriptions and trying to infer what the heck everybody is so hyped about right now. So, Path of Exile Betrayal. June Ortoy is investigating a mysterious organization known as the Immortal Syndicate. Help her manipulate their ranks, reveal the identities of their members, uncover their safe houses, and take down their mastermind. So this is Joy. Definitely getting a Mulan vibe out of this entire thing already. Immortal Syndicate encounters. The Immortal Syndicate has 4 divisions, each with its own goals: fortification, transportation, research, intervention, and insurance. Remember, other members can show up to aid their friends or sabotage their enemies. When their battle is complete, you must decide how to continue your investigation. It's kind of like a multiple choice warbands type situation then, maybe. Let me see. Manipulate the Syndicate. There are 18 Syndicate members. Alright, so inventor, research, or invention, intervention. There we go. It's like invention. What is this? Intervention, research, fortification, transportation. Okay, so 4 different type. What are those like factions? There are 18, so each with their own personalities, friendships, and rivalries that change as you manipulate their organization. You will need to bargain, execute, interrogate, and even induce. I really thought it said seduce, at which point I was like, they're really pushing this flirty thing. I did a lore run through the game as a Burning Arrow character recently, and let me tell you, this game is full of written-in flirtation between the characters. It's pretty funny. Just ask Tora about Vegan sometime. Raid Syndicate safe houses. Your goal is to gain intelligence leading to the captains of each division. Captains of each division. Huh. So I captains. Shit. Just to make sure that my audio levels were good and I fucked up. I was trying to I think that so the big rewards are going to come from obviously the leaders of the factions. Just 1 second here. This is on the fly. Each syndicate member stores different item types in the safe house. High-ranked members, so different item types. I wonder what those are going to be. Even better items. Each division has a different twist on item rewards. Manipulate the syndicate, maneuvering certain members into position that are going to be the most rewarding for you to kill. So it's going to be like the inverse of Master Mission. So like warbands encounters, and you're manipulating which encounter you see in order to get a particular item, maybe. So like you're setting up bigger rewards the way that you would like set up for Elder or Shaper, and then take one of them down to get access to their drop table, basically their loot table. Members of the Immortal Syndicate can drop items with the new veiled modifiers. Take these to Jin to unveil the item and pick from one of 3 properties for the item to receive. Unveil the item and pick from one of the members of the Immortals can drop items with new veiled modifiers. The veiled modifiers are going to be like shaped or elder modifiers. So it's probably going to have its own pool of modifiers. It looks like it's this thing right down here where these weird runes are. So you click to confirm, get these options, and this becomes one of these penetrate 23% chaos resist. That's freaking wild. I wonder if chaos is finally going to be good again, and I don't just mean the 2 or 3 builds, chaos builds that are really viable right now. That's not fair, I guess. Multiple chaos builds are viable. It's just there's really only 2 or 3 popular chaos builds at the moment. Alright, so 57% fizz, 20% chance to cause bleeding on a hit. That's pretty good. 27% minions, 20% increased life. Deal 31% increased damage. Those are some really, really powerful mods, and you get to pick which one goes on the item. This league is going to see some of the most ridiculous items that have ever been available. Especially because Delve... I think Delve is going core. Let's see. In-game maps. I probably shouldn't be skipping ahead. I think I was skimming the Reddit. I'm pretty sure Delve's going core though. To unveil the item, pick one of 3 properties. As you unveil specific modifiers, you learn the ability to craft these onto other items and can work towards unlocking higher level versions of these properties. So is that the new master crafting system? So the Immortal Syndicate ascended in power. The old cohort of the Forsaken Masters mysteriously vanished. That is an excuse. We didn't like the old system, guys. Sorry. In their absence, Einhar, Alva. So Einhar and Alva are 2 masters that I didn't see because I missed those leagues basically. Nico, Jun, and Zana have risen as a new group of What do you mean Zana? Zana's not new. Zana's always been here. Zana's an old master. To aid you, their league content, including Delve and Incursion, has been added. Delve and Incursion have been added. There we go. It's core Path of Exile content. Bestiary has been reimagined and simplified. Einhar will handle the nets as you focus on hunting the beasts. That's good, considering Bestiary was an overcomplicated piece of trash from what I heard about it. I actually didn't play Bestiary League, but basically everybody I talked to that did said it was just way too much. It was an interesting idea, but way too much. So I'm looking very forward to being able to tackle that content, because I haven't yet. Streamlined mastercrafting. We have revamped the entire process of mastercrafting, thank God. From the user interface to the way you acquire new crafting options. Individual mastercrafting options are now unlocked by completing specific content such as incursion rooms or delve encounters, rather than by grinding master levels. Oh, yes. That is what I wanted to hear. Alright, so completing specific content. So there's just going to be tiers of content that you complete, and they're going to unlock new levels of crafting. That's awesome. And this interface is, oh my god, I wonder if you're going to be able to select something and then hit craft multiple times before you, and it looks like you can probably spend out of your I hope that they allow you to spend out of your stash too. That would be crazy. Yes. Oh, you can do that, I guess. You just need to be the ability to roll repeatedly, where it doesn't like close the dialogue and reset would be really nice. Unified hideout system. Hideouts, favor, and decorations are now shared across all leagues. You can load and save your hideout templates and share them with other community members. Yes. Seeing as I'm kind of into that, this is really appealing to me. Plus, people have just been asking for this forever, and if you're going to have hideouts, you might as well have a save and load feature, right? New endgame maps. We have added 4 new maps to the Atlas of Worlds. These new maps are fleshed out versions of fan favorites tile sets from deep in Delve's Azurite mines. The entire Atlas of Worlds has been rearranged. Well, that just looks depressing. That's a pretty tile set. I like this green, toxic looking, kind of mildewy but glowy look is pretty good. And this again is just kind of depressing. Come on, guys. Everybody appreciated when you actually took a step away from the gray, drab, Rayclast vibe. So I wish they just keep pushing it in that direction. The art direction needs to continue to go in a slightly more vibrant direction. It doesn't have to be World of Warcraft, doesn't have to be Hearthstone or Diablo 3 style, softer, all that, but the gray, the oppressive gray that has been Path of Exile since release is a nightmare and needs to be culled. New and revamped skills. Alongside other balance improvements, Betrayal introduces 10 new revamped skills across 3 core character archetypes. These include several completely new types of skills, such as brands and banners. This is very exciting. Alright, skill rework. Making changes. Making changes to Ice Bear, Vortex, Ice Nova, Arctic Breath, and Tectonic Slam, increasing their power and adding interesting new behavior. That's very descriptive. I want more information about that. Shattering Steel is a sword and axe attack that releases a cluster of metal blades that burst on impact in an outward cone of damage. It's an impact. Outward cone of damage. Okay, so sword and axe cone physical looks like can be hit by multiple enemies, can be hit by multiple projectiles or burst. Shattering Steel, so that's kind of a shotgunning effect. Shattering Steel has a chance to impale, a new effect that stores some physical damage taken by the enemy and deals it again when hit. So ramping damage? Impale is ramping fizz damage? That's pretty good. That's going to make brutality builds a lot more viable. Lancing Steel. Lancing Steel is a sword and axe. Is the second sword and axe skill that we've seen. Sword and axe attack that releases an impaling projectile and summons metal blades that are fired forward in rapid succession. Enemies can be hit by multiple blades, though only the central projectile applies the new impale effect. Okay. Interesting. Banners. Cast a banner once to carry it, weakening enemies around you while buffing the attacks of you and allies. So banners are like totems that you carry. It's a Mirage Archer. War Banner gains stages as you kill enemies, while Dread Banner gains stages as you impale enemies. Cast a second time to place the banner, making the effect larger and more powerful with bonus effects. That seems really cool because that's going to be, not only is that going to be it's versatile. I like this. This is like almost a better kind of a version of aura totems, where instead of placing the totem specifically, what you do is you carry it around through the mapping process and then you plant it right down in front of the boss and then shred the boss with the more powerful buffs. I like that a lot, actually. Alright, brands. Create a brand on the ground that attaches to an enemy that walks near it. Brand on the ground attaches to an enemy that walks near it. Stormbrand zaps nearby enemies that deals damage. Stormbrand zaps nearby enemies and deals damage in an area around them. So it's kind of like a shrine, like a shocking shrine at that point. Armageddon brand summons destructive flaming meteors. Branded enemies drop the brand on death, letting it jump to other enemies. Ooh, that is really appealing to me. It's going to be something I've always been wanting to make, like a rabies druid style, like poison character where you had something that like really jumped between enemies. So maybe that'll be something like that. Winter Orb. Create an icy orb above your character when you channel. When you channel? Does that mean this has to be linked to a channeling ability, or is it just any time that you channel anything? It rapidly lobs icy projectiles at nearby enemies. I really hope that this isn't just any time that you channel, because this will be something that has to go on every channeling character, basically. It rapidly lobs icy projectiles at nearby enemies. Channeling the skill causes it to build up in power, which starts to fade away when you stop channeling. Okay, so it's kind of a wind up and then it carries with you for a bit. It's interesting. Powerful new items. Many of the 15 new unique items in Betrayal have veiled mods allowing you to customize the item more than ever before. That has been the theme, which I'm actually a fan of, because honestly, it's not really, people seem to want to complain about power creep, but honestly, the most powerful builds haven't gotten all that much powerful relative to the content available in the game, right? What has been getting more and more doable is all sorts of laterally divergent and off-meta builds have been becoming more and more viable for more and more casual players. So I don't mind that the 1%, the top 1% of the top 1% of players are getting a little bit of power creep, and things might be seeming a bit easier to them because the rest of the player base this is good for the rest of the player base. So Crimson Storm Steelwood Bow is some fizz. Got decent fizz. Inflict bleeding on critic strike. Enemies you inflict bleeding on and grant 91% increased flash charges. Adds a whole bunch of fizz damage against bleeding. 2% chance to maim on crit strike with attack. So if you're critting, you're bleeding and you're gaining more flash charges and you're doing a lot more fizz. So that's like what? 220, 30 something up to over 300. On a bow, that's pretty nice with that amount of attack speed. It's not a shit bow. Vivisect. Nice word. Vivisect. So you unset ring, +5 to level socketed origin, +5. 10% increased mana reservation. All attributes 15 life regenerated per second for each uncorrupted item equipped. Finally some incentive to leave your gear alone. There's a lot of incentive right now to be running everything shaped, everything corrupted. Like it felt like they're trying to build that up. I like that they're giving some pushback against that. That there's some other stuff in the game or some stuff, and these each come with these ones right here each come with one of these veiled mods. So I'm assuming you'll be able to customize the item. That's really cool. Okay, what's this one? Solstice Vigil. All attributes, damage, life, mana regen. Temp Chains has 100% reduced mana reservation. Ooh, wow, that's really good. Gain Shaper's Presence for 10 seconds when you kill a rare unique. What was Shaper's Presence? That's not in Presence or whatever. That's not the I wonder if that's the same thing as the other aura that does 10% less damage taken, 10% take 10% more damage in nearby enemies. Might be similar. We'll be able to see anyway. Betrayal supporter packs. We are also launching 2 sets of supporter packs alongside Betrayal, the Undertaker, and the Soul Stealer packs. These actually look pretty cool, honestly. They feature mass available for each, and they feature masses of points alongside the armor sets. Other exclusive cosmetic microtransactions. Path of Exile Betrayal will launch on December 7th, so they pushed it back 3 days. On PC, December 10th on Xbox, and mid-December on PlayStation 4. So they pushed. It was the 4th before, so they pushed it back 3 days. Which is fine. It's giving us more time. Apparently the private people are having a lot of fun in private leagues, so no worries there. What do we have here? Betrayal supporter packs. Undertaker supporter pack. Nice. Well, let's look at the video. That looks pretty cool. The hands there. I like that. That's wild. It's a little less noisy than some of the other stuff they've done, which is... And it powers up your weapon. I like that. Or it looks like it powers up your weapon. Master Undertaker. I don't buy this right now, but I do want to see the video. Let's see. Okay, so let's just look at the biggest. Is that the biggest one? Master. Okay, yeah, let me just see this. Is the biggest version. Oh, jeez. You're so edgy. Your face is a gilded golden plate face mask. That looks pretty rad, honestly. These MTXs are getting... At psycho attack speeds, that's gonna look pretty fucking stupid, though. Just swinging all the way overhead every single time. First blood pack. Less supporter pack. Okay, so we're just going back down through older stuff, right? Although these are pretty cool. I haven't seen these, really. Huh. Cool. Alright. So that's some pretty cool stuff. It's pretty cool MTX we got there. The one thing I haven't done is I haven't watched the video yet, so give me a video watch here. So
ancient code of life and death is broken.
It's broken.
A devious plan of necromancy, unrelenting
Devious.
and frighteningly efficient. They call themselves the Immortal Syndicate.
I don't know if anything's ever been frighteningly efficient. And if efficiency is not one of those things I describe as frightening.
I will do as you ask, so long as you spare me.
Oh, he's very efficient. Oh, I'm shaking in my boots. Alright, so what is this shit? Is that an escort mission? Interrogate. Please don't give us option select dialogue.
Go on, do it.
Execute. Oh, is that, you just kill one of them? Do you just like... Shaka! And then... Oh. Doesn't look like one's being taken off of that interface menu.
Cold-blooded betrayal.
Cold-blooded betrayal. What about warm-blooded betrayal? Whoa, whoa, whoa. You can apply an additional curse? What else? What else is there on that armor? Hold on. 1, 2, 3. +1 to maximum number of skeletons. 1826. 1826 to armor during soul gain prevention. So mods during soul gain prevention. That's pretty cool. Soul gain prevention. Not hard to maintain. Just we really want you to use Vol skills, but we really don't want Vol skills to be your main skill. That's what they seem to be encouraging here. Use them, but don't use them exclusively. Unified hideout system. That's been a long time coming, man. It's time for that. New skills. So that looks pretty snappy. Oh yeah, I really hope that has to be linked, because what the hell. Also on PlayStation 4, I like that they had to... Also on PlayStation 4, by the way, guys.
Claim they are immortals. We must prove they are not.
What'd they do for the PlayStation 4 video? Does it say also on PC? Also on PC. Developer commentary up next.
In the Betrayal League, you'll team up with Jun Ortoy to bring down the Immortal Syndicate. The Syndicate has 4 divisions, each with its own goals. Fortification, transportation, research, and intervention. In each area you will encounter a Syndicate member. Other members can show up to aid their friends or sabotage their enemies. When the battle is complete, you must decide how to...
Okay, so you're teaming up with Joy to fight the Syndicate. The Syndicate's got 4 factions: research, interrogation, development, or whatever they are. And each Syndicate's got each faction of the Syndicate's got their own motives, and you've got to mess them up like Warband style or something.
Continue your investigation.
I had it all planned out. How could I lose? I'm better than this.
Oh man. So you get to pick what to do to him. Okay, I see.
Execute, interrogate, and even induce them to betray each other.
Interrogate.
Your goal is to gain intelligence leading to the captains of each division.
Okay, I see.
Raid their safe houses to pillage their supplies and uncover the ultimate identity of the Immortal Syndicate's mastermind.
Alright, so this is the League boss.
Syndicate member stores different item types in their safe house living quarters. High-ranked members will have better items. Each division has a different twist on item rewards. You will want to manipulate the Syndicate, maneuvering certain members into positions that are going to be the most rewarding for you. Syndicate members can drop veiled items. Take these to Jun and pick one of 3 options.
Alright, so as you progress, it sounds like what's going to happen is you're going to want to interact with the mechanics in such a way as to set up the mastermind of the Syndicate turns out to be X character, and that way because X character has a better chance of dropping X item when you kill them if they're super high ranked or whatever.
Options for the veiled mod.
Yeah, those mods are crazy.
In Betrayal, the old cohort of Forsaken Masters have mysteriously vanished. Together, Einhar, Alva,
Mysteriously.
Jun, and Zana have taken over as the new masters. Their league content has become the new master missions, including a simplified version of Bestiary where Einhell will net beasts for you. This expansion contains many other features, such as master crafting that doesn't require grinding master levels, a unified hideout system, and new skills. Check out pathofexile.com/betrayal to find out more.
Oh, sure, I'll do that. So overall, I mean, this is great. There's a lot of stuff here that has been promised for a while. The hideout stuff is huge. The master crafting stuff is probably the most anticipated change that anybody has mentioned so far. That's the one that everybody is, like, the streamlined master crafting stuff is awesome. The no more master grind is crazy, and the unified hideout system, all this stuff is universally desirable. That's the good about this expansion. But you know, I'm not getting the sense of scope that they had hyped us for. They said that this was going to be bigger than Delve, bigger than Incursion, all that stuff. And while these item properties are really nice, there's 15 new unique items. The Veiled mod stuff looks really cool. I'm super looking forward to the item system overhaul. I'm not getting the sense. I'm not getting the scope, the sense of scale that they promised. They promised is going to be a certain size, and well, I'm sure that they're gonna deliver on it, right? This is the new system that they're implementing, and I didn't hear anything about prophecies. Unfortunately, I really wanted to hear something about prophecy changes. I didn't hear anything about the scale, like the sense of scale. Like we saw the user interface for the syndicate members that you're gonna have to manipulate. There's this new dialogue options, like this whole quest system, this manipulate the syndicate thing. That's obviously a big part of this league. It's the whole league feature basically, but I'm not really getting the sense of scale. I'm not really getting the scope that they promised. They promised to deliver a huge expansion, and well, you know, I've got good faith that GGG is going to deliver because they promised, and they're usually very good about that. I don't see it here yet. I just didn't see any of that sense of scale. I'm not, there's no, like, I mean, they overhyped Delve, so maybe they're learning their lesson with that regard, right? Like they said, endless dungeon, test your character limits, your only limitation, and then there was, of course, like sulfite restriction and stuff like that, and that disappointed some people, so maybe that's not so much what they're looking to do. Maybe they want to undersell so that they can over-deliver, right? And that would probably be a smart move on their part, but I don't know. I'm not as hyped by the announcement, by this what's being delivered on this page. I'm not quite as hyped as I would have liked to be. They're delivering on a lot of long anticipated features. So anyway, you know, I've gone through it. That's my impression, is that, well, all of this stuff is long anticipated. I'm looking very much forward to all of these changes for sure, especially looking forward to the banner skill. That one's super appealing to me. Even the brands, the banner, all the new skill stuff looks pretty cool. I'm hype. But I don't get the sense of scale that they've been hyping. And I'm really hoping that they're underselling, and that they're going to over-deliver, and that I'm going to be super hyped for this new league. Looking forward to seeing more of the 15 new unique items leaked, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the kind of mods that you can put on stuff as veiled mods. So that's my impression. You guys feel free to tell me if I'm being dumb, and that there's more here than I'm getting a sense for. Maybe I'm just under interpreting what is here. Let me know what you think. Did they overhype this? Are they underselling right now? What's the if you guys have opinions. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and end the video here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.